Hello, YouTube online community. This is Rusty Rotor. Friday's edition of What's on My Bench, bench update. Today's kind of just a general update. The ramp truck is where it's at last time I showed you. Today is set, as soon as I get done with this, to get working on those compartments and getting the hinges in them, and get the rest of the ramp put together so I can get it into primer. Here it is. We are going to do an open box on this. Richard Petty's crew sent the car over. They sent us some busted ass tires. Thank you, Richard Petty. I appreciate it. But no, Mark is contacting Salvino's to get a replacement set of tires for this. So next week, one day, might be Tuesday. That's usually the commission build, but I might put out 2 videos that day, an open box of this. We'll kind of go through it. I'll show you how the tires were messed up. The rest of the kit looks really good. It's a super challenge. I got some pros and cons that I've seen, just based generally on it being a car, not NASCAR, the actual genre or anything like that, but just as a car itself, or as a kit, I should say, not even a car. I could go down a lot of wormholes, rabbit holes with this on ideas just from what I've seen, but I'm trying to avoid that. This is my 3rd take on a video, if it's any indication that I keep getting sucked into this and going down a wormhole, because I'm excited about it, because I've never built a NASCAR. Not of this stature anyways. Old days, back in the 80s, early 80s, I built 2 or 3 NASCAR kits, but they were, they're all basically all the same, just different colors, different set of decals to put on it. But as far as parts, they were pretty much all. Once I built one, it's like, oh, this one's exactly the same. These are different. These are big boys. That's why this thing's labeled 18 years and above. I don't agree with that, by the way, Salvino's. That's overrated. I know plenty of 12-year-olds that could build this just as good as I'll be able to, and have no problems. The average probably should be maybe 14 and above if you're going to push it. 12 and up could handle this kit from what I've seen. But we are going to unbox this, and we're glad that it made it here, and thanks to Mark for making that happen and for taking care of the tires issue. Mark was also generous enough to send this kit to me. It's a used kit. Just one of the little perks. And this wouldn't have happened if he wasn't my sponsor. But this kit's missing parts, which is no big deal. The parts that are missing are the parts I wouldn't use anyways. But I do love these old, early 60s cars. This one sits really low. I've seen this car in real life before. Not this particular color or anything, but, a Buick 225. I had a friend's dad that had one, and, he was proud papa of the car. I think it was his dad's, and, or somebody's in his family, and they passed away, and he inherited the car, and then he gave it to my friend. And, I don't know what size engine's in this thing. Let me grab my specs here, I can tell you. It's got 325 horsepower, 401 cubic inch V8. Like any other young kid, you get a car like this, got that big engine in it, and you're just out burning the streets up in it. But this was a 2-door car. This has got, I love 2-door cars because they have so much potential. And the sexiness of all the body lines are there without having that second set of doors. I get the family, but these big cars, man, you flip that front seat up. I could run a herd of cattle through the car. You don't need a 4th door to be able to get people in the car. Is it easier? Makes your life? Yeah, it does. But who gives a shit? I love this, Mark. I appreciate this, really. And I've already got a paint plan picked up for this. Haven't picked up my tires and wheels yet, but it's going to get dropped to the ground. Nice big set of tires and wheels. Engine wise, not sure yet, but we're definitely going to build this one. I saw this on his website, and I had to have it. I'm a big fan of this one. I saw this one as a kid. Same with the little red wagon. I didn't see that Mark has the little red wagon when I saw this one, because I like to build them both and put them side by side as, just display up in my room here. I probably will weight the back end versus use the stand. I don't like having the prop. You know, I may somehow kind of counterbalance it somehow if I can to get it to where I may put wheelie bars on it if I have to get it to set back and be, you know, presented that way. Same way with the little red wagon. This kit, the doors open, which is really cool. Oh, it's here on the bottom, I'm sorry. I like that it's got all the viewing all the way around all the box. Lindbergh's good about doing this. I really like that. But the doors open. It's got a fueling, so we'll probably detail that up a little bit better than what it has here. A better detailed intake. We'll use the block and the heads and all that, but we'll put a better intake on it. And it'll be built box stock, other than the addition of a different intake. It shows a picture of the girl. Where'd it go? Right here. Part of the Dodge brand marketing campaign in the 1960s and 70s, the Dodge Fever Girl would be featured in advertising and TV commercials alongside the latest Dodge vehicle. The Dodge Fever Girl also makes appearances at shows and races where she would meet fans and go for rides in the competing Dodge race cars. I thought it would say there. Plus parts for stock. Man, I'm really hoping that figure's in here. It doesn't say if it is or not. Give me a second here to read this. Working steering, opening doors, choose between two. Oh, it's got two engines. A stock 273 cubic inch V8 or a 426 cubic inch Hemi. So it doesn't say that I can see. And the front wheels steer too. So it's got posable steering. So we'll make that happen. Mike Weary is the one that did the build for the box art. He did a great job on it. I don't like this, but he did a great job on everything else. I know this isn't his. This just comes with the kit, but excellent build. I know these kits can be, you know, you want to just throw the whole damn thing in the trash. But, you know, just be patient with them. Lindbergh puts out good kits. It's like the old NPCs, you know, they're crap too. They require a little extra love and patience to achieve what you want. I'm going to have to, we'll do an unboxing on this, a real quick one. I want to see if that figure's in there. Because by the box art, well, it's kind of just a sketching, but she kind of looks like a figure. I'm hoping she's in there. If not, maybe I'll look down the road and see if I can find that figure, put with both vehicles. That'd be cool. So thank you for that, Mark. He also sent over 2 jars of thinner, Mr. Hobby's thinner, black and white. Sent me a jug of the leveling thinner for the MCW paints. That way I can play with them and get my technique down, hopefully as good as Matthew has. So he sent me those, and another jar of the blue paint. The super blue. Hold on, I'll grab them. They're close enough. Super blue is for the Richard Petty car. It's the Petty blue, and then this is just blue. But they're very similar in color, shade. Put them up side by side, and they may be the exact same thing, just labeled different. I don't know. But this one is for the ramp truck. This one is for the race car or NASCAR. So he sent me that. It's kind of like Christmas in July. Update on McGill from Dog Got Games. I'll have his link to his Instagram down there. No, guys, when you go to his link on Instagram, he's got all of his other links in his bio at the top of his page, so you can be able to go to his YouTube from there. I'm not going to fill my descriptions up with 8 million, links. I've got enough down there now, and I'm adding more as we go here, and it's just what it is. But me and McGill have nailed down the name for that project. We've been shooting around some other ideas, some options. Like I said, he is the 100% designer of this thing, and it's going to be his product to sell and do as he pleases. It's just my input and partnership on it with him, as in we're going to bring it here on this channel and we're going to build it as it was designed, the color that we picked out, you know, blah blah blah. Doesn't mean you have to buy it and build it the same. That's the best thing about it. And it's to me, and it's not, but to me, it's like going to Hobby Lobby and buying a kit that I've been looking forward to, be able to bring it home, open the box, and start building. And in my genre, you can't do that, unfortunately. So to me, it's like Christmas, because he's designing something that I'm going to be able to take right out of the box. And it's a trans kit, but it's there. All I gotta do is add all the detail I want to add to it. All the bells and whistles. The chassis, the interior, and the engine's already going to be there, the tires and wheels. It's adding all the detail on top of that, where I would take this, open the box, and start adding detail. That's how this is going to be, and that's never been done. I can tell you that right now. I don't care who wants to argue with me about it. We'll argue to the end of my life. There is no Pro Touring kit out there. There's some that call it Pro Touring, and it's not. It's a resto mod. It's totally different. Pro Touring and Pro Stock, Pro Street, resto mod, and Pro Mod. Those are all interlinked to each other. They all come from one or the other. It's Pro Mod is pure race car for the racetrack. These guys are racing them on the street on these outlaw shows, but they're not street legal. Pro Touring is. That's the difference in them. But you're getting the benefits of a Pro Mod and a Pro Touring, Pro Stock, Pro Street, Resto Mod. It's taking all the old body cars, no matter what year it is, and putting today's technology under the hood and inside the car and underneath the car. That's the beauty of it all. Same way it was with me achieving one day to get this kit for the build I got. It's a Ring Brothers build. You can go to their website or their page on Instagram and see it. It's like it almost looks anodized gold. It's got black wheels. It's a Pro Touring car. It's got like 1,400 horsepower, guys. Under the hood. That's, and I've had that plan for 5 years. I can't afford to buy the kit. I just can't. I have to save, and then I find something else along the way that is more appealing at the time. It's not anybody's fault. It's my fault. But hopefully one day I can do a trade for one of those, or something to where I can obtain that kit. I had it before, and I gave it away. That's before I didn't think that they would become that popular or that expensive. I always thought I could just get another one down the road. The charger, I jumped a lot of steps, guys. We're about 90% done. The body is done, other than the headliner and the glass being installed, and the rest of the like the wiper blades and stuff like that. But I got the wiper blades painted, or the rubber blade underneath them. I got to paint the headliner, but I did get all the chrome trim done. I got all the panel line wash in, cleaned up that this morning. I got the gas cap cover on. I got the rear bumper on. The front bumper's done now. So all I have left really is the engine, and that's the 10%. So on Tuesday's edition of it, we will be kind of touching base with what I did, where we're at with it, and moving on with the engine segment. And that's where I'm adding the detail, guys. That's where you're going to get to see all the little bells and whistles. So that's going to get interesting. Once we unbox the 73 Charger, we're going to get going on both of those. When this Charger's done, we're going to be moving on to the 58 Impala. After the Impala is done, we're going to break out two. The 69 Pro Touring GTX that I've already started. It's like 95% done. I don't have a lot to do to finish it up. So we're going to get that done. Wife's Choice done. Those are the two closest to being, they're both at the same 90-95% range of being done. And get those into the display cases, and we'll do a final reveal of those. And then we got to get the 50 Chevy pickup truck out and get going on it. That's going to be a fairly simple build. I might make it a little radical. I'm not for sure yet, but paint wise, wheels wise, we're set on those. And then it's the finishing up of the 60/66 C10. That's another one that's, you know, that's about 80% done. I still got to do the interior. I still got to paint the body, and then finish, you know, putting it all together. And then get started on the Ghostbusters diorama. Not that I will get it done by the end of this year, but I'd like to get it to where I can get some of these supplies out of the way, so I have room for the other supplies I'm going to need for the gas station garage diorama, the base and the materials I'm going to need to scratch build the garage on the side, and everything else for the diorama. So I have other space to store it in. I just like keeping everything within arm's reach, or, you know, a couple steps distance. So that's pretty much it on all that. 3D printed parts. Everything that I've talked about, I'm through the test phase on it. I have not an abundance, but I have a little bit of a supply built up. We are down to, as of right now, we're down to 4 engines left. Two of them are pending in the setups. So we have 4 of those left. There's 1 set of seats left of the first set that I showed you guys. We still have the second set of racing seats, which are the really cool ones. You can put the ribbon through the seats and create your 5-point harnesses. Those seats would be good in anything, whether it's a rail, you know, street car, funny car, it don't matter. Those are, you know, any style racing seats. I do have bench seats, 2 styles. Those would be good for your pickup trucks. They're not so much a car seat. I mean, I guess if you're building some kind of a rat rod and want to incorporate it, it'd be fine for that too. All the different steering wheels. There's 6 different steering wheels. There's 2 sets of 3, and when you buy them, you get all 3 of that one set. I've got some files I'm working on this weekend, hopefully, of some other little component pieces that a lot of them I may just throw in with your order, you know, just to give you a little something extra. But that will be useful for me down the road on a lot of my builds. That's kind of what I look for in a file, is something that's going to do what I need to do, so I don't have to buy it from somebody else. And by doing that, I give a limited run, so you guys get an opportunity to get something too, and at a cheaper price. I'm still working on the shipping. I think I've found a way to do it even a little cheaper, and that all varies upon what you order, of course. You order multiple parts, I can give you a better price total, and then the other way, it's just kind of what it is. It's flat rate. They're not going to go any cheaper on the shipping. And I'm not a business, so I'm not, you know, where I maybe get a discount and be able to do it cheaper. I'm not worried about all that. I am working on some other options for the 572 and a 632 over the weekend. Hopefully, if not, it'll be next weekend. I try to save all that, the computer aspect of it, for over the weekend. It's when my son can come over and help me. And I don't want to take up every one of his weekends doing it. So I've got it. It's ready to go. It just needs to get, you know, I need to shuffle some stuff around. I am looking at some different LS motors. The first gen LS, the LS3, and an LSX. But I need to find out some information, because they're it's formatted different than what I'm used to. So I got to make sure that I can change that, or it'll work on my printer. It's just stuff I don't know. So get that hashed out. I'm waiting on Ryan to respond back to me to let me know about that. If it does and everything's good, I'm going to go ahead and get the files, and then we'll get those going. So then I'll have a LS3, and LSX, and the LSX is pretty much a Pro Mod engine. The LS3 is that and twin turboed, I think, is the options on that. if I'm correct, or maybe there's base LS. It's just nothing fancy, just the LS engine, like you would see in a stock truck, Chevy truck, or the first gen, the newest gen Camaro. If you just got a bone stock engine, not the souped up one. And then the LS3 that's got, a little more variety, a little more pep to the step. So, because I use a lot of those on my builds. So it pays me to get the file and print them because I use them constantly. And I'm spending almost $30 a pop to buy them from somebody else. And it's been great and it's been fun. And I feel like I've paid it forward enough to other people to get parts that I wanted, that now it's my turn to reap the reward, so to speak, of not financially making money off of it, but having the parts at my fingertips anytime I want it and need it. That's the benefit of having a 3D printer, to me anyways. The other benefit is you guys, my trustworthy subscribers, I thank you. And this is my way to say thank you to you, is offer it to you a little bit cheaper price. You guys save some money and you get a cool feature for your build. But everything I have up to this date is ready. You just email me, let me know, and I'll give you all the information. I can give you a full list of everything I have that's ready right now, and how many is available. At the end of it, once all my runs are done and you guys have gotten your stuff, I'll either do something for a trade on it, that way it really doesn't cost you anything but your shipping, or I may do a limited run of 2 more of each. It's just, each time I do it, it takes up resin. I'm burning my electricity. It's, I gotta regroup that expense of that. And it's pennies on the dollar. So at the end of the day, so I hope you guys, are liking what's going on. I gotta give big shout outs to Mark at Hobby Nut Models as usual. For not for him, I don't know which direction this channel would really go in, because I'm limited to what I have. It'd just be build after build after build, which is fine. I follow guys that are just that way, and I can surely appreciate that. But because of great people out there and support, not just from my family, but from people like Mark that stepped in and offered this. This is great. We do have another ramp truck and another NASCAR kit coming up. My brother-in-law, the one that I showed you, the Budweiser Clydesdale team, he was super impressed with the ramp truck. He's like, man, I would love to get one of those and have a Budweiser car on the back of that. And I was like, well, I don't know, putting a heavy die cast on it, if that would hold up over time. I said, but there's plenty of NASCAR kits in plastic. He goes, really? And I was like, yeah. I said, I could, look for one, see what I can find. And Mark at Hobby Nut has it. So we're waiting for funds to exchange. So we're gonna have another ramp truck, not storyline, but kind of, we'll figure something out. It's all fun and games until somebody gets shot in the leg, and hopefully none of that happens. So we got a lot of things coming, guys. I know some of it may be interesting, some of it may not. My videos are long. I apologize. We'll certainly work on that, but I'm not gonna promise anything, because it's just that I got a lot to talk about every time I get on here, and this is my only time to really talk. I don't have neighbors on the street to build models. My club meets once a month, and it's usually club topics. So this is my chance to vent, show something new that I've figured out or I've gotten, or blah blah blah. My good friend Big Will, he's been super busy with family, so we've not got to hang out here recently, which I kind of miss. I'm hoping that everything is going good, and we can get some time to hang out. I'm looking forward to the Acme show. That way I get to hang out with all you guys, all the people I've been looking forward to meet for years, guys that I communicate with all the time, that I just know them via the phone, or texting, or watching their videos. It's going to be a great time, especially with me. It's another milestone for me. that I can check off my list of things I wanted to do. My car is going to be in a magazine this year sometime, from what I've been told, hopefully. So that's another thing. Oh, speaking of topics, my good friend Lee, he makes a product. You guys will see it Tuesday when we go. We're going to show you when it comes to installing the glass. He saw a product out there, and you know, it's something that's common, everybody's familiar with. I'm sure everybody's familiar with. But he bought the product. He took it apart. He looked at it and figured out a way to improve that tool. And he's successfully done that. A lot of people are like, nah, I've seen it, and I just go by. No, it's not the same thing. We will do a little bit of a breakdown on it. I'm not going to get too. He gave me some stuff to say, and it's a little too in depth for what it is to me. It's not nothing against him. It's just too much. But I'm going to break it down a little bit, and we're going to show you. And I'm going to put his link on my descriptions that day. You guys go to his Instagram page. If you're interested in one, hit him up. They're not that expensive. It's a great tool to have. It's multi-use. That's what I like about tools, multi-use. So you have, you know, some options with it, and know that it's better than what you're just going to go buy off the shelf. And he stands by it. That's you can't beat that. But we'll get more in depth on that Tuesday. And that's pretty much it. Like I said before, there's not going to be a lot of new stuff that I'm purchasing coming to the shop, because I took on another commission build. It's just a way for me to keep money coming in, to be able to be, you know, bring new tools in and ways to use them, all that happy horse crap. I don't want to be repetitive so much. I like to try to keep things new and fresh, and not make it boring. And these little segments where I don't have a lot to offer, and they're kind of boring, but you know, bear with me, guys. As Mini-Me would say, hang in there, guys. And I painted him to look like me, you fat bastard. You know, I'm not that fat anymore, but I do wear ball caps. I got the gray fuzzies, and I walk around without my shirt on, just shorts all the time. So that's pretty cool. He's for a certain plan coming up too, and I bought a figure that resembled my wife a little bit. She don't think so much of it, but I got to get her painted, and they go to a certain build that I've got on plans, and I've not revealed it yet, but we will when we get there. We will. I hope you guys have a safe weekend. You get some model time in. You get something new. Like I said, guys, you drop it down in my comments. You know, send me an email. Hey, Rick, I picked this up. What do you think about this? You know, I'll give you my thoughts on it. If I've got it and I've had it, and I've used it, I'm gonna let y'all know all about it, so we can communicate that way. So I don't eat up a lot of this time talking. But you know, we're getting there, guys. The subs are jumping. I don't, you know, I try, as soon as I see a new sub, I try to go to there. A lot of them don't have videos. They're just watching the videos. It's just their form of entertainment. And I love that, that they find time in their day to watch one of my videos. They're not, you know, they don't have videos themselves. So, but if you guys, you know, have a channel and I see that, I immediately sub to your channel. Know that. It's just a way to say thank you to subbing to mine. And I will go and watch your videos. It just takes time. But you know, you hear it all the time, guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down, ding-a-ling-a-ling, hit that bell. Drop me a sub. Doesn't cost nothing. I'm trying to bring stuff to you that you find informative, or that you don't understand. I try to explain it the best way I can. And if that's ever an issue, that you don't understand something I'm doing and it's pertinent to you for what you are doing, drop me an email and I'll get as in depth as I can on it. If we can't get it going that way, man, I'll send you my phone number and we'll talk about it on the phone if you're cool with that. It just all depends on the situation. If I you know, get on the phone and talk to somebody. Let's see. Anything else? I mean, there's a lot of things, guys, but it just eats up a lot of time explaining it. Like I said, every one of these kits you see up here, the only thing I don't have plans for, other than a few, are the JDMs underneath here. Those are just ones my kids keep buying and throwing at me as a curveball, because they know I'm not a big JDM guy. But every one of them is precious to me, and I have somewhat of a plan for them. I just don't know enough about them to know which route I want to go with them. But all these up here, they all have plans. And as crazy as that is, there's probably 100 model kits up here, maybe a little more. Each one of them I've bought or ordered parts and wheels and tires and paints for, with a plan up here of how I want to build it. So when you guys ask for a trade, that's why it's kind of hard for me to part with anything, because I don't buy big allotments of kits to where I get stuff that I really probably won't get. And I'll pick up a NASCAR kit just to scrap it out for parts, because I get it for $5. That, to me, it's worth it, because I'll scrap the parts out and I got a body to practice on. That's about as far as I go with NASCAR. But I buy these because I have a plan for it, an idea for it, or I've got pictures somewhere for inspiration to build it that way, as a replica of that vehicle I've seen. Trust me, I keep getting notifications on my phone that I've used up all my storage. I keep buying more storage, and it just keeps going. So somewhere I got to stop. I do want to get new kits in, new things, and maybe just quick build them. And when I say quick, it's like almost box stock right out of the box. Build it the way it's supposed to be, and maybe add a couple little bells and whistles to it. That doesn't take up a lot of time. That way I keep things fresh and keep going. And because a lot of these are big builds. Some of them are simple, like I just said. Like there's back here in this corner, right there where I put my finger, the Starsky and Hutch car. I've already got the aftermarket tires and wheels. I've already got the paint, and I got the kit. It's just a matter of putting it down here on this bench and building it. And we will one day. As my life revolves around my medical issues, that determines a lot. So, I don't want to get too crazy and too involved in things yet. And I just ask that you be patient and come along for the ride, because the day that I will, you guys will be the first to know. But if not, I'm back to work. And then I got to play the when I have time game. And I will do my best to keep everything going at the level it's at right now. That's why you're not seeing a whole lot of great big things, getting started, because any given day I may have to go back to work. It just depends on what the doctors say. It's not due to anything else in this world, but what my doctors say I can and can't do, because I am very limited. It's a struggle for me to get from upstairs down to here, and for me to sit for more than an hour, maybe 2 hours tops, before I have to get up, because I'm in so much pain. Then I walk around a little bit, and then I'm in so much pain I got to sit down. And then there's times I just got to lay down. So, this half hour I get to spend with you guys is amazing to me, because I'm getting to do something I want to do, and I want to be able to do it all day long. I just don't get to. So, like I said, let me know, guys, down in the comments what genre you like to build. How in depth. If it's too much, send me an email. I'll be glad to talk to it about talk about it to you. If you guys have seen something up here, you want me to get down, I'll get down. I'll show you every idea and plan I got for it. I'll even show you my reference or my inspiration to build that. We can do that as a little segment to fill up time frames. I'm probably the longest running guy on YouTube as far as videos go in modeling, as far as time frames. And I kind of like that. That makes me unique. Other guys are 5, 10, 15 minutes. Some of them, they put out 45-minute video here and there. My videos are always about that. So in that way, I feel like I'm unique. And you guys that are super interested in what I'm doing, that fills up an hour of your day anyways, or the 10 minutes if you take breaks and come back and finish watching. But always finish watching. Don't just say, it's too long, I'm not going to watch it. Start watching it. come back, finish watching it. You might get something out of it. You may not. Don't know. It's up to you. But that's about it. I've rambled on. Let's see. It's 34 minutes long. Almost 35 minutes. 35 minutes. So, I'm done. It's not over, but I'm done. I need to get busy. Get working on this ramp truck. So you guys have a blessed, safe weekend. Thumbs up, thumbs down, bell notifications. Drop me a sub. Tell your friends. You see me out in public somewhere, if you're local to me, stop me, talk to me. I have no problems with that. And then, you know, all the links will be down in the description. Head over to Mark at Hobby Nut Models. Find you something. I guarantee you're going to find something. Even if it's, you need a bottle of thinner. Great place to pick it up. Jar of paint, jar of primer. It's there. Paintbrushes, tools. Used model kits like I showed you. What he sent me. You know, inspiration will start flowing. You'll see it like, oh wow, parts are missing. So you know you're going to get it at a cheaper price. Perfect opportunity. That little link down there. That'll take you to a world. A world of imagination. Possibilities. It's all there, brother. Sisters. Anybody that's watching? Anybody out there? Appreciate you guys, all of you. It's going good, and I'm having a blast. I hope you are too. We'll see you on Monday. This is Rusty Rotor. I'm out.